So joining us is now Father Paweł, straight from Rome. I can see now some Roman background there, so also the weather is absolutely pleasant. Hello, Father, and please bring us some information into Easter, as it is a significant holiday for Catholics. So how do Catholics prepare for this sacred season that is considered, let's say, the most sacred season of the year?
Actually, as you said, it is most sacred because we celebrate Easter not just one day, but 8 days. It is so-called octave of Easter. So every day for 8 years until the coming Sunday, we celebrate Easter because it is the biggest feast when we celebrate that Christ is risen, Christ is alive. And it was amazing in Rome. Like 60,000 people came for the blessing Urbi et Orbi from the Vatican. And the Pope spoke about questions of peace and faith.
Right, and so you mentioned you already tackled now some traditions that we see in Rome, in the heart of Catholic Church. Could you perhaps shed some light onto one or couple of traditions that we see there? Because obviously it's different than, for instance, what people celebrate in Poland, or now as the Orthodox, for instance, celebrate in Ukraine.
Absolutely. Actually, Rome has its unique celebrations and unique traditions. For instance, Holy Cross, the Stations of the Cross and the Colosseum. You know, the whole world watches this. For instance, in Sweden, which are not so many even Christians, like 1 million people want to see the Pope at the Colosseum, want to be with the people and follows this on the public national television. For instance, it is very, very much, you know, watched from all over the world, a special blessing. It is the blessing Urbi et Orbi, which means to the city and to the world. And this is now what you see also in the television. Was the Mass yesterday at 10 a.m. and then at 12, around 12, was the blessing Urbi et Orbi. And it's amazing because the Pope, you know, mentions what is the very important, what the most important things in the world now, and the question of peace. And he mentioned the situation in Middle East, Ukraine, but also Syria. And he said many people forget about Syria. What is happening there? There is the results of the war from 13 years ago, and they are still suffer. And he spoke about Rohingya in India and also other places. So he is a spokesman of those who need help and those who are pleading for peace.
So what is the significance of Pope Francis' now recent actions and statement regarding the Church's role in the world?
Actually, you know, it is amazing that Pope Francis is the only, and not probably, is the only head of the state, because the Vatican is the state, that mentions so often the questions of peace. He mentioned more than 150 times Ukraine. And now, every Sunday, every Wednesday, and also during the week, he speaks about Israel, Palestine. He speaks about Ukraine. So he, you know, he also represents the voice of 1.3 billion Catholics worldwide, that we ask for peace. And he's a very strong voice, you know, in order to help the poor and to provide advocacy for peace.
Well, thank you so much, Father, for now tackling and unraveling for us the intricacies of the situation in the Vatican and Rome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Happy Easter.